What's up, guys? So what do you guys think about this Democratic Party that we're seeing fall apart in front of us? They are dying a slow, painful death, and it is amazing. This is a long time coming. You're seeing everything from radicals going out, harassing people, leaving dead animal carcasses on front doors, shouting people down in restaurants, people calling for open borders and ICE to be abolished. Then you have a socialist that just won a seat in New York. Bernie's coming back. Maxine's foaming at the mouth. Mad Max, she's foaming at the mouth, spewing out that hateful rhetoric. It's ridiculous. Then you have Nancy Pelosi and Chuck Schumer trying to restore some kind of peace, but they're so out of touch. How do they not realize that their party has been in shambles for years? See, what happened is Donald Trump won the last election on culture, not politics, because under Obama, all these social justice movements came to life. You started to see the left turn super radical. You started to see this PC culture, shutting down free speech, silencing conservative voices. And then you saw everything else with the legal immigration. It just seemed like everything was focused and geared towards social issues. Social issues took center stage, and that alienated a lot of people. And most of us found ourselves on the right because we disagreed with the left and got exiled. Pretty much, that's how it happened. So you're starting to see more people get on the right because it's the side of sanity. It's the side of just normal. Everything else is just a temper tantrum, just anger, frustration. It's gotta suck to be a liberal because you're always pissed off, you're always upset, you're always seeing injustice everywhere. And these Democrats, they are dying a slow death. They have nothing else. They are so desperate. They've thrown so much mud at the wall. They thought Hillary was gonna win, didn't happen. Then they pushed this Russian collusion narrative. They rammed it down our throats for 18 months. Nothing came of it. Then they propped up the porn star, Stormy Daniels, this is going to take down Donald Trump. Didn't happen. They weaponized the mainstream media to spew out everything they could to lie on Trump, change stories. It hasn't worked. They have Hollywood elites talking about F Trump and all these crazy statements that they make. And all they're really doing is doubling down on their stupidity. They're collapsing under their own weight, and they're starting to cannibalize with this rise of socialism. I can't believe that they have someone who is an openly socialist candidate backed by Bernie Sanders that's running in New York. So I think what we're going to see now is, now that Donald Trump has kind of fractured the Democratic Party, the establishment that was, now you're going to start to see the Democratic Party morph into something else. And I think it's going to be more socialist-like because they don't have any policy. They don't have a platform. They have no leader. They have nothing. They have nothing to run on. And so now it's being hijacked by socialist agenda because at least they have an agenda that they want to advance. The Democrats had no agenda other than impeach 45. So now you're going to see that. And I think it's actually going to happen on the right too. So on the left, what I think is going to happen is I think they're going to morph into more of a socialist type party, democratic socialism, whatever. And then on the right, I think you're going to see it become more libertarian. I think there's going to be a lot more hands-off government stuff. I think we could see marijuana legalized in all states, or at least decriminalized in all states. Kick it back to the states. Instead of making it a federal crime, I think it's going to be kicked back to the states, which is going to be great news for my state, Colorado, where I'm from, because it's already legalized there. It's for recreational use. They just can't funnel it through a bank. They can't. It's a cash business. But anyway, that's besides the point. I think you're going to start to see that, especially as our generation, millennials start to take office and start being more politically engaged, and we get some of these deep state rhinos out, some of these deep state politicians on the left, because they exist on both sides, guys. Donald Trump was great. This is why Donald Trump is the best president to come in our lifetime, because this is a long time coming. This establishment needed to get knocked out. They've been sitting in there forever. I said that in a previous video. When you have people in power for multiple years, they become corrupt over time. And they become something that's focused on themselves. They're not focused on the people that they were elected to represent. They don't care about their constituents. You're seeing it now. They're so desperate to get reelected that they will hitch their wagon to whatever horse looks like it's going to win them the race. And right now it's these illegal immigrants. And because they don't have any control over their party, they don't have any like true leadership, you're getting radical people speak out and saying, yeah, let's not just have illegal immigrants. Let's just take down our borders altogether and just let everyone in. So that's not a good message for them to have a blue wave in 2018, at least in my opinion. So I'm having a great time watching them die this slow, painful death. They are unraveling. It is absolutely hilarious to see the mainstream media trying to be Orwellian as they possibly can, trying to control all the information. They have lost it too. They're hurling out all this crazy stuff because they can't keep ratings, guys. They have no ratings. I saw a report earlier that that at least CNN is actually losing ratings, and HGTV has higher ratings than they do. Someone would rather learn how to manicure their front yard than watch Don Lemon every night complain about Donald Trump and talk about racism. Same thing with the Food Network. They lost ratings to the Food Network. You know, they don't have anything anymore. That's why you're seeing like alternative media rise up too, because so many people are fed up with the establishment on all levels. There needs to be a change in academia as well. I think you're going to start to see more conservative professors come out. You know, there's going to start to be a shift. There has to be a shift. Otherwise, they're just going to advance this cultural Marxism even further until they have a totalitarian government. So this culture war is on and popping, guys. And as much as it's fun to just sit back and watch, we have to continue to debunk these fake news stories. We have to continue to correct the narrative when they come out and try to say all Donald Trump supporters are racist. All Donald Trump supporters don't want illegal immigration because they don't want browning of the country. When in reality, illegal immigration affects brown people more than it does white people. There's just so many things, guys. We got to be on top of them. So if you need to, share my videos, share tweets, get on Instagram, get on Facebook, get out there and share the message so we can debunk these dirty, dirty Democrats as they die their slow death.